Hello, it's me, SuperLINKARIO, and welcome back to This Just In with the Nerd Herd. As you just saw, we have, there you go, Colin Meza. We have a new animated logo. There we go. And with me today, I am streaming, of course. I have Sctlnk and Stellar Chrondrite with me.
Hi guys, Sctlnk here.
Unless my things are reversed. I don't know. I don't know who's who.
Better intro, dang it.
Alright, the schedule for this week with This Just In, we are having PokeMMO start up again on the Wednesday, starting at the same time as always, and and Friday we are having Pixelmon once again. No competition this week because we're all kind of a bit burnt out at the moment. So
yeah, I mean the other one was a bit dubious. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
freaking. Knock on wood.
Yeah, there you go. Touch wood. That's it. Touch wood.
Yeah, touch wood, touch metal, touch my bed. I don't know.
Unfortunately, Stellar Chrondrite doesn't have a webcam, but that's not too bad because she prefers to show off her art instead.
Oh yeah, look at her lovely art.
Her beautiful, beautiful artwork. I don't know. Am I reversed?
You are reversed to me.
Okay, so Stellar Chrondrite's here. I have to keep going back and forwards.
Yeah, I keep doing that as well.
Yeah, so Stellar Chrondrite's here, Sctlink's here. So, yeah.
So, for PokeMMO, I feel like I'm the most qualified to talk about this one because between me and Kazu, back in the day, back in the early times of both our YouTube channels when we first started out, it was his second major project. It was my seventh, I think. No, was it seventh? It was seventh, yes. And it was a mess. I mean, it still is, but it's more of a fun mess now. But it was plagued by technical issues, problems with recording, problems with software, hardware, God knows what else, and just general life and such, because we were in college. But now, life and such still gets in the way, but it's become much more bigger, much more better quality, and it's basically live streamed. Before this Nerd Herd collaborative channel was made, we all kind of live streamed our own. I mean, obviously I edit mine down into episodes, but Kazu just uploads his archive straight up to his channel, but he's going to be featuring his for the Nerd Herd, so it is the same. I mean, the playlist that already has 2 of the previous live streams, they're his, so the rest will be added from there. SuperLINKARIO down below us here. She archives her perspective, but mostly it's following through Kazu's perspective since he doesn't edit them down. I edit them down in episodes with my usual edits and all that. But it's live streamed, so that means you guys can join along as well, not in VC, but just in general with our Pokemon journey through Kanto starting off. Make sure you have the client and all of the games in order to run it. I do actually have a setup and explanation video to go more in depth about that. That's only about 10 minutes long in the link in the corner right above Stella's head over there. Click the exclamation mark. Self-promotion, but I handle the YouTube side of things so far, so I'll pop that in so you guys can set up if you want to play along with. If not, just vibe and chat. Pretty much a Pokemon week, as it were, because if either Stella or SuperLINKARIO want to segue to what we're doing on Friday, which is normally the Wednesdays thing, but you know.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Come on.
What, it's Friday?
Friday
break the segue.
Friday is Pixelmon, so because we've been, obviously, like I said earlier, we've been getting a bit burnt out, everyone's getting a bit burnt out with competitions. The DBD one was super fun.
Oh, yes.
It was really, really fun, and despite what happened last stream, it did end up being a good game of 2 sets of 18 in Golf with Friends, basically. Or Golf with Your Friends is the official title. But yeah. Are we talking about any other news? Did you want to...
Well, we're continuing Pixelmon from our last live stream, which was not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before, the very first week of the Nerd Herd. So that will just be continuing from where we're left off. Not too sure who's hosting that at the moment. Don't know what perspective you're going to say, but maybe we'll change it up. So who knows?
Yeah. So, who wants to start off the news?
Hello.
Right, so let's talk about something that I've been trying to talk about in the last... Oh, sorry, did you want to say something?
No, No, now I remember. Yeah, you start.
Yeah, you start first because it was supposed to be talked about last time, but we didn't have time because we went on about Assassin's Creed for 20 minutes.
Pretty much, yeah. I didn't get
So you do that, then Stella can go next. I'll finish off last because my one's probably going to be quite big.
Probably. I thought Stella was going to be quite big. I keep having to point to Sean. Technically, it is Stella because it is mirrored for me, yeah. So, I'm going to talk about something and then I'm going to segue to it. So, right. To start off with, I was going to say something about there is a new Amiibo out, or it's going to be released. Yeah, it's got up. I see that. I see that, mister! Anyway, right. There is a new Amiibo out for, or going to be out. I don't know actually is the official release date. For Zelda Skyward Sword HD, set for that. Apparently what this Amiibo is, it's basically Skyloft Zelda with her Loftwing. I don't know much about it, but I did bring up a little bit of an article here to say UK retailers have begun listing the Zelda Skyward Sword Zelda Loftwing Amiibo for around £25. That's quite expensive for just one Amiibo. And stock looks like it's gonna sell out fast. Or
as per usual.
Looks to be selling out fast, yeah. So it looks like a decent Amiibo. The only problem is, why are they casting it as two characters and technically her Loftwing doesn't play much so much a part? But what it does...
Money, collectible. And the effect about it. We'll get into that in a minute.
Right, it does actually say that there's a few updates here. So on the... I think this is American dates, but the 21st of the 5th, 2021... it does say that's obviously when it says £25. Shop to it had it for £24.85 and saving of 14 pence from its £24.99. Game collection has also had pre-orders set to £24.85 before it sold out. It's currently still stock at the time of writing via Amazon UK, although it has been inflated in price to £30 pretty much.
Yeah,
$29.99.
Because when they run low on stock, in order for if someone wants it when they've got no stock, they bump it up a tad. But I think they do that actually to deter scalpers, actually, because that was a topic from last time that kind of got brought up, and I took the reins on that. Sorry.
Yeah, scalpers.
But that does happen with Amiibos. Almost every Amiibo that gets released is out of stock pretty quick. And when it's a Zelda Amiibo, even more so because they're hardly ever in stock to begin with. And there is actually a bit of a problem with the effect of the Amiibo. So that because I mentioned that as well.
Yeah. Well, there is obviously another update on the 20th of the 5th. I think this is going back, but basically what it says, I am going back in story, even though I'm going down the page, it's weird. Right, I'm just going to say, look, tapping the Amiibo on your Switch lets you zip between the game's airborne overworld and Hyrule surface. Technically not classed as Hyrule at the time, but it's the surface. Wherever you are, a handy little feature not available in the original game, nor in the HD remake, unless you've got this Amiibo. Yeah, and it basically shows you a little trailer, but do you want me to show off the trailer?
Yeah, go on. I mean, might as well.
Let's see if I can bring it up. Let's get it up here. So then, where's YouTube? Get YouTube.
When you're loading that up, I will mention that the effect has caused a lot of controversy in terms of why Nintendo are charging double the price for an Amiibo and tying a feature that should be in the main game behind a £25 purchasable barrier, basically. A DLC for the Twilight Princess equivalent of Uku, which allows you to warp in and out of dungeons from where you left off. Pretty much is the same effect as this Amiibo. It's like, why? That should be part of the main game, because the previous game had that.
Yeah, so...
And that was in base. So...
Let me try and...
I will admit, it's a good feature, but it shouldn't be behind a paywall. And that was part of the controversy from last topics.
Window capture.
This is going smoothly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just filling in the dead space here because, again, going back to what you brought up with the two characters,
Oh, hang on.
They are quite detailed, and the amiibos that have more detail put into them, like the squishy Metroid amiibo, which I actually have, as well as the Zelda Guardian one that has the movable legs, and it's also a little bit bigger. They were at a slightly higher price than most amiibo, and the Wii U / 3DS run of amiibos were about average on $12.99, and now they're on average at $15.99, and they're asking for an extra 10 quid basically, which again is quite highly suspect considering it only has one feature for one game.
Right, I've managed to find the video, so I'm going to bring it up. It's quite big, so I'm going to have to reduce the size of it slightly. Oh,
There
damn
we
it.
are. You're
And
gonna
then-
have us in the corner like
I don't know how to do that.
put us on the top layer.
Oh, if I can drag you to...
That looks good already.
Wait, no. Wait, hang on.
Put us on the top layer above the video.
Ah, it.
And then you can just shrink us down on OBS,
Window
and then you can just
capture,
blow us back up again.
Discord.
You don't need to
There you
make a
go.
new one, do you?
And this is where it all goes off the rails.
No, it's fine. We're good. We're good. We're good. There we go. There we are. Perfect. Just put us up to the top of the screen and get rid of that little bar, and we're all good.
Right, that's
There
pretty
we go.
much it. So
That's
let's
perfect.
just play
Because
the
they know we're on Discord.
Yeah, it can be captured the sound as well. So if you want to talk over it, I'm putting it very low. So here we go.
Yep, that's probably the best thing to do. So
Make sure it's still audible.
we cut
It's
off
still
Zelda's head,
audible.
nice.
So this feature takes place, in the sky and on the surface beneath the clouds, what we just talked about. This video is 60 frames, by the way. It's so damn smooth.
Yeah, and we're actually streaming in 60, so you're not losing any quality.
That's
there.
what I mean. So that's literally what the Amiibo does. It literally lets you travel from both. That's literally all it does. And you also have the Amiibo feature as well in the Fi options.
I wonder if the Gandalf Amiibo will give us double damage. That would actually make this game a bit more
I know.
challenging. Then again, you could probably just use the Guardian potions to offset that, but you know, might as well play on hero mode and have that double damage. I should do Twilight Princess again, but with the Gandalf Amiibo. I still haven't got one.
Yeah, just
I mean, it cuts
basically,
down
yeah.
on travel time, so. You say that, Meryl. Meryl says, I don't think I've seen a game or put quality of life stuff behind amiibos or even DLC before. Usually that kind of stuff is free. You would think, but ironically enough, 4 years ago, Breath of the Wild, or 3 years ago, Breath of the Wild did that with its first DLC, because you have the Hero's Path, and you have the Travel Medallion, which affected, but you had way more on top of that, so they just stuck it in with the DLC instead of having it as an update. But they could have released that stuff with the DLC alongside a free update that included those particular features, because I feel like the Travel Medallion and the Hero's Path feature on the Sugar Slate should have been a free update and not part of the first DLC pack.
Yeah. Right,
Oh,
so
the rest
there's that video. So yeah, let's move you up it. If I can grab you. There we go.
Yeah.
Just move
And
you.
there you are, they're easy.
Oh god. Pause that video. Another video playing in the background, don't worry about it. There you go. Right, we're back.
Hey!
So yeah, that's that. So basically, I think the only thing I was tempted to get it. The only problem is the price and the fact that it might not be in stock. I was gonna do it for hopefully perfect segue, obviously, to my HD Skyward Sword HD sort of 6 Heart Hero Mode challenge on the 10th anniversary of Skyward Sword. Makes perfect sense.
You'll be doing that on the new version, right?
I will be doing it on the HD remake, and I'll also be getting the new I keep calling it Wiimote Nunchuck. It's not Wiimote Nunchuck. It's the Joy-Cons. The
Of
Joy-Cons.
the old variety that is still dubious.
Yeah,
They like to deja vu a lot.
but yeah, I will be doing that sometime soon. Well, the anniversary of Skyward Sword is technically November, and the new game is coming out in July. I think it's the 16th of July. I think that's the same day actually the Amiibo comes out. I would like the whole thing to be put inside of a package and just literally labelled as just one price. Rather than buying the game, which is probably going to be about 40-50 quid, Then you got
50.
the 50 quid, yeah, because Breath of the Wild's still 50, and it's still it's nearly 5 years old, that game.
Doesn't matter, it's a Zelda game.
You got that, and you got the Joy-Cons that are going to be, about 60 quid?
They normally are 70 for a pack, and this is a
That's what I
special edition, so it'll probably be 70.
Probably.
So the controller is more expensive than the game.
Yeah, so that...
Figure that one out.
I know. And then obviously the Amiibo, which is about, what, 30 quid now. So that's...
Which is double the price of a normal Amiibo. They're really milking it. And it's on Skyward Sword, which wasn't exactly the best Zelda game to begin with.
No.
In his opinion.
But I mean, I'm still planning on getting the game.
You know my thoughts.
I still want the thing is the price. It's just the only thing is about the price. The Amiibo, the price, and the stock. The game, definitely, because I'm going to do obviously that run. I want to do the challenge for, you know, just a special celebration for the 10th anniversary of the game and 35th anniversary from the Zelda series.
Which we haven't heard a lot of. But that could change.
Yeah.
We'll segue to that later.
And yeah, my current live stream walkthrough, even though I've spent it's taken me over nearly 7 years to finish it. I finally finished it. It's going to be up on YouTube, so hopefully in the next couple of weeks. So I'm gonna obviously got shorts from there.
Considering I mentioned PokeMMO, that's kind of fair that you mention your own stuff, because that's not on the Nerd Herd, but you know, we share.
Yeah, it's the banter side of it more. It's
yeah.
it's you know, you
have
have
a lot of us who appear in it as well. So.
I mean, you have obviously Sctlnk Sean up there. You had Stellar Chrondrite. You had Alt Viking, Connor Mezzo. We even had some other special guests like Kazu and Blue Shadow Hedgehog or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But for now, I think we need to move on to Stellar's topic.
Yeah, let's have some Dead by Daylight news from you then.
Yep, because we love that.
I'm so nervous.
Just talk about
because I am the Dead by Daylight correspondent for this channel. Okay, so yeah, it is now. Dead by Daylight recently had their 5-year anniversary live stream, in which a lot of news dropped. And I am now currently on the article, refreshing myself on what was
There's a lot of patch notes every time.
Oh yes,
it's a read.
Right, so the first big thing is the new chapter, and it is the Resident Evil chapter.
Oh yes.
Oh.
There's been a lot of news going on about that game.
Oh yes. So this chapter is going to have 2 new survivors, Leon S. Kennedy and Jill Valentine. And the new killer is going to be the Nemesis.
Yep.
Don't ask me about anything about Resident Evil, because I do not know anything about Resident Evil.
I can say something about it. I have played not only the PTB, but I've just recently watched Resident Evil 2. Yes, the Nemesis was based on only the game of Resident Evil. He doesn't have his look in Resident Evil 2, but I do know what the Nemesis is sort of roughly about and stuff like that. And I have played the PTB. I don't know if you know anything about his powers and stuff like that. If not, I can just talk about it. Stella.
I mean, I only know what his power is in Dead by Daylight. I don't know what it is in Resident Evil.
Well,
like the
it's
actual
something
game,
similar. It's
so,
about the T-virus and stuff. And yeah.
We don't talk about viruses on this show.
It's the T-virus. It's basically meaning that if you get infected, if you watch Resident Evil 2 from obviously the first one, because it does follow on, so you make sure you watch the first one, then watch the second one, or just play the Resident Evil games. I have not, but I know about it because of the games. Basically, this you get infected through a lab and stuff like that. It then bonds with your cells and makes you somewhat superhuman. This Nemesis was once a man, and he's been so mutated by the T-virus, not turned into a zombie, because that's what that gimmick is about. He's been so mutilated and modified, he's just turned into this huge just monster. Yeah.
Walking mass of muscle.
He is, and he is actually the tallest killer that we've ever seen. Ever. He's taller than the Wraith, and he's the tallest killer that we know of.
So when it comes to
sorry, Stella.
Because I didn't get through my whole list of what this chapter has.
Yeah, there, sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Where was I? New survivors, new killer. Vaccines, which is how you get rid of the T-virus.
Yep.
But you have to use them sparingly, because there's only a limited amount on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of maps, a new map comes with this chapter. At last,
Meryl. TALL.
we got the Raccoon City police station.
Yeah, that map is a bit big and very hard to navigate. It's like
And that's
Leary's, but worse.
And the thing is that, funnily enough, it actually works really well with the very killer and characters, because obviously Resident Evil, zombies are around. If the killer is the nemesis, there's a couple of zombies roaming around, and if you take them down, the guy knows it, and you can try that out in the public test beta, which is the PTB, before you actually commit to buying the DLC. You just change it in your Steam settings.
Yeah.
Which means that means it's PC only, obviously, but yeah. I thought I'd explain what the PTB is in case if people don't know the jargon.
Fair enough.
Yes, the PTB is available now. If you can wait, the chapter drops on June the 15th, which is only a couple of weeks away.
Yeah, only half a month.
And that's not all that came from the live stream.
But wait, there's more.
Yes, there is
There's
more. Right. So, according to the roadmap that Behavior released for years, we are meant to be getting a total of 4 new killers, 5 new survivors, and 2 new maps.
These are not reworked, are they? These are all brand new.
Brand new. The archives, we can expect 4 new tomes.
Wow.
That's a lot.
And for events, the major events will be anniversary and Halloween events, and there will be some smaller winter and lunar events taking place over the next year.
These are all updates, free to play. This is not DLC.
Ooh. Well,
Is
the
it?
chapters will be DLC.
Well, yeah, the chapters will be, but like the extra, like a whole new four sets of tomes. That's all like part of the main game updates.
Amongst all that, if I can find it on the article here,
There's a lot of stuff.
there is a lot of stuff.
Because it goes into like intricate details of like what's changed with existing killers as well, even from different DLC packs for balancing reasons. It happens in a lot of competitive games like Smash, Street Fighter, stuff like that. So it happens.
The Realm Beyond update is still continuing, which is basically the developers sort of tweaking the maps, updating everything, updating animations, updating character models, updating lighting. It's to basically make it the most atmospheric, realistic feeling game that they can. I still don't agree with the animations though. But that's just me.
And that's if you're only playing on high quality.
Yeah.
Because
So
otherwise it just looks weird.
the project is still going on. We don't know what map will be reworked next, although I have noticed the swamp maps have had a slight graphical update in terms of the grass.
Yeah, just the grass.
That's all that's been noticed.
Shall we bring up the trailer for the
Resident
Evil chapter?
Yeah.
Let me
probably a
try
good
and
idea.
find that whilst you're talking.
Okay, I will move on then to the live design part of the live stream. So, what they discussed in live design was killer updates. So they're hoping to review, update, and release balance patches for every new killer within the next 2 to 3 major updates after they go live.
Okay.
This is ignoring any hotfix adjustments that they have to make. Like, for example, the twins and... No, not the twins. The Trickster and having to improve his base speed and all that. That was a hotfix.
Yeah, because it's like after the public test build and then the DLC came out, they were like, okay, so now it's out.
And he still
we now
sucks.
have time to improve it a bit. So, or like when they reworked a map, you could actually run through some fences, so they needed to release a fix for that as well.
Yeah, that was Crota's pen.
Because I remember like trying to vault and I didn't need a vault, I just walked right through it. I'm like, okay.
Right, not only that, but we also are going to expect a new perk type, which will introduce boon totems into the game. So these totems will look like hex totems, but instead of having an orange flame, they'll have a blue flame, and they will work for survivors. They will give survivors all sorts of different effects, interactions. We don't know a lot about them yet, because it's still an early concept.
Power of voodoo.
And the Moris are going to be changing as well. So instead of having to, again, this is still like idea, work in progress, early concept, but behavior are thinking, instead of having to use an item or an offering to enable a Mori, killers now have to fulfill certain objectives and potentially make strategic decisions. It's just to make it so that you don't have to use an offering to, Mori survivors.
LNKARIO, you got the trailer?
Yeah,
up
I'm
yet?
just trying to find it.
Just type in Resident Evil Dead by Daylight chapter trailer.
Yeah, I
Well, I've
know.
still got a bit more to talk about through this thing whilst she's still looking through.
True, I
Because-
thought you was going to have it playing when you were talking about the killers.
Well,
because we have
actually, do you know what?
the-
I can have the gameplay running in the background at least.
Yeah, just find some B footage gameplay.
Because we have the big event going on throughout June. Not in-game, but yeah. Dead by Daylight is celebrating Pride Month.
Oh yeah, because you can type in the code in the store, like the in-game store, all caps Pride, and you get a little trinket to equip.
Get a lovely little Pride flag. I never leave home without it.
You told me about that one.
No, in truth though, I do support Pride Month. I do support what it entails. Very inclusive. But there's all sorts of events going on for that throughout June. So social media will be busy. Artists like myself can enter
Okay,
designs.
so if
for a
I...
mer-
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Keep an
no,
eye
sorry.
on
I'm just...
Tumblr. That'll be a link in the description down below.
Oh yes.
Right, if I play that, just
'Cause she
very,
doesn't
very low
actually
volume.
do
Right,
YouTube.
here you go. So if I just have that
There
playing
you
in the
have it.
background.
Yep, work in progress, subject to change. Is this actually the Dead by Daylight official?
This is
YouTube?
the official gameplay, but I haven't found the trailer. I've found the trailer, yeah.
Well, that works out.
You can actually hear the thing if I turn it
I
up.
mean, it shows off the map, so instead of having a flashy trailer, that works.
Yeah.
I still think the corridors are way too narrow.
Here's the problem, though. If you are playing the PTB, don't have your graphics settings set to high, ironically enough, because it gets blinding.
Oh, yeah, tell me what Alt Viking found out.
Yeah, that he set his quality high, and it was just white. It was like, holy shit.
It was blinding.
Jeez.
But yeah, so... yeah, and funnily enough, the topics of discussion today are quite chunky. It's like every topic of discussion is basically 10 minutes long here. But there's a lot of stuff
still not
happening
at
with
the
Dead
end
by Daylight, 'cause it's a big update, and obviously that Amiibo. has
Yeah,
a lot
sorry,
of
I don't mean
stuff
to-
behind it.
Yeah, I don't mean to interrupt, just kept talking about the Resident Evil stuff. So.
Yeah.
I'll just put this in the background, that's all.
Well, then let's move on, shall we? So where was I? Oh yeah, the whole Pride Month celebration. It's called Into the Rainbow.
Makes sense.
That's what it is. And that will be all throughout June. And then, from July the 1st to July the 15th, we have the 5th anniversary in-game event. This is what I'm looking forward to. I'm not looking forward... When the live stream came out, I didn't really care about the chapter. I cared more about knowing what was going to happen for the anniversary event. So...
Yeah, I think I started playing the game on the last anniversary event, and now I've got better hardware. I might be able to play it better.
So anniversary crowns will be back. So all you have to do is find them within the game, and then you either escape as a survivor with the crown, or you finish the trial as the killer, keep the crown, and unlock it as a new head item. This only applies to non-licensed characters. So you cannot get this with, for example, Laurie Strode. You cannot get this with Nancy Wheeler. You can't get this with Ghostface. All that.
I just realised every time I pointed around, I've realised.
Yeah, so
that
here's gameplay with Nemesis, by the way.
Ooh.
So here's what the Nemesis does. That's basically him infecting someone, and they turn blue. Right?
Yep.
So, and with the T
You had to
virus.
get that in there, didn't you?
Yeah.
If Kazu was here right now, he'd be squinting at you. I would know. He does it with me.
No, he does the same. He said blue double D double O.
May I continue?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I keep
keep
getting
going.
interrupted.
Sorry.
Sorry.
More so for the 5th anniversary, we've got community challenges going on. So, exclusive outfits and charms that can be unlocked by reaching certain community goals. So, for example, if we need to escape a certain number of times, and we all do that, then we get something for it.
Sounds like what happens with Pokemon Go and Kingdom Hearts Union Key before it goes.
And I believe all the progress will be kept track on their social media accounts.
Oh, and Super Mario Bros. 35.
So you get some special items like toolboxes, medkits, flashlights that toss confetti when used.
Nice.
There will be an iridescent shard giveaway over the first week. Behaviour will be giving away enough iridescent shards to each player just for logging in to unlock one full original character. That's about 9 grand. 9 grand. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
And for the Shrine of Secrets, the Shrine of Secrets will shuffle every day for the duration of the event. And the cost of every perk will be 500 shards less.
Ooh.
So instead of 2 grand, it will be 1,500 for each perk.
Yeah.
Alright.
Which is lovely.
Is
And
that
then-
all for DBD?
I've got one more thing.
Oh, sorry.
They are giving away custom consoles. 1 PS5 and 1 Xbox One. Not one. Xbox Series S.
Series S, yeah.
Series S, not Series X. Interesting.
Oh, and there are Funko Pops too.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Funkos!
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Why
I'm
did you
done
bring
now.
that up?
Anyway, so
Done now.
that's that. Let's do the trailer. Let's do the official trailer.
Yep. So, yeah, there's Funko Pops. It's probably going to be just the main characters from base for now. That would make the most sense, because obviously some other characters have already had Funko Pops from their own series, or they could just be from their own series. Because, I mean, like, there's Mega Man ones from Capcom, so I would assume Resident Evil ones will have their own. But they could release soon after the Dead by Daylight Pops and just get some
Oh my god, that looks...
Yeet!
Yeet!
Right into the crease.
My god, he looks terrifying.
Bullet
And he
free.
does speak as well, so I've noticed when you're booting up the PTB, I don't know if he does it, he'll do it in the thing, the other thing, but he'll definitely do it, definitely does it in the PTB. Let's grab you and let's pull us back. There we go.
Yep.
So, in the PTB at the moment, once you boot up Dead by Daylight, as soon as you press the spacebar or click on the game, hang on, give me a sec.
Basically, title screen.
There you go. Title screen, yes. You go through the loading of the title screen, and then he goes, Dead by Daylight. And he does speak. He does speak.
I think he's the only one who does that, so that's interesting.
Yeah. So that's something unique.
Hmm.
So pretty.
Yeah, I'm
much-
done.
Yeah. Okay.
That is it
That's
with
me.
DVD. That was a lot, and it includes merchandise and DLC and updates and stuff. So it's crazy.
Pretty much.
Stella had
Moving
one
on.
more point of news. That's more of a footnote than anything else. We have release dates for a certain thing.
Oh yes, we have release dates for the new Pokemon games coming out soon. So that'll be for Pokemon Legends, Arceus, or Arceus, or however you want to pronounce it. I say Arceus.
I say Arceus because, well, I only said Arceus because Alt Viking was around, and I knew.
And
how
I know
he would
that's
take
the
it.
canon. Yeah, I know that's the canon way, but I say Arceus. So, 'cause it sounds like Jesus
Anyways,
and for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So we'll start with the one that comes out first. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl will be releasing November 19th of this year. So look forward to some Sinnoh shenanigans. And
shenanigans.
as for
Around
Pokemon
pretty
Legends,
much- yeah.
oh, sorry.
Sorry.
And as for Pokemon Legends, that will be released on January the 28th, 2022.
You gotta wait until after Christmas.
And then
Just
the
ask for a
one-
pre-order because I probably might skip the remakes and go straight for the new one. That's me. But I think I've mentioned that almost every stream so far. So
Yeah. Right, now I'm done.
Okay.
Over to Sctlnk here.
okay, so we did touch up upon this last time, but now it is pretty much on the cusp of E3 because obviously Sega have already announced some stuff. So this is basically going to be the E3 speculation part, and we're not going to be hanging around too much on any subject because that's what happened when we were talking about Assassin's Creed, because normally they have a game come out every year and they skipped a year because that was mostly on a talk of delays. Assassin's Creed was the example. So starting off, obviously, you know where the big hitters are. Nintendo and Xbox Microsoft are going to be showing up, but Microsoft might be showing up alongside Bethesda because they brought them out and they may be talking about something. I doubt it's going to be exclusives for Bethesda on Xbox, but maybe there'll be an exclusive, but I don't think it's going to be the next Elder Scrolls because that they would like that on everything. I mean, hell, you got Skyrim on Alexa, so I eat all of the cheese. That was the best line. But yeah, obviously Nintendo will probably do their usual E3 presentation / direct. Funnily enough, right before we went live, Monospace, which is Reese, in the Discord, which there's a link in the description below, or if you type in !Discord in chat, if I might do that in a... You know what, I'll do that right now, just to show it off. There you are.
I was just about to do
it for you guys.
There you go.
But yeah, he basically mentioned that there might be one on Thursday. I mean, we are on the cusp of E3, so maybe they might want to try and get in a little bit earlier or maybe do some pre-E3 announcements to beat leaks, because we're not going to be talking about leaks or rumors, but we're going to speculate, as well as stuff that's already been confirmed. Like with Sega, this might be good news for Stellar here. Yeah, they announced remake or remaster of Sonic Colors. It's now Sonic Colors Ultimate. Yeah, instead of, once again listening to the fans, because Sonic Team are a little bit on the weirder side with that. I don't know. They sometimes listen, they sometimes don't. Not saying anything negative. I'm just saying that the Sonic Adventure tagline's been thrown around many a time, and instead they're like, "Hey, let's go back to not the start, but the pinnacle of the boost formula." But that's because they're doing like animations alongside that. They've got like a Will of the Wisps. What's the animation series called again?
Yeah, Will of the Wisp. There, I don't know.
Something of the Wisps. Basically, they're making like an animated thing, and apparently Roger Craig Smith is staying as the voice of Sonic, because a few months ago, before we started this news segment, apparently he was not doing the voice of Sonic anymore, but now he's back again, but only for games specifically, so we don't know what's happening with the animations. Unless that was not 100% confirmed, and he is. I don't know what happened. Maybe his contract just needed renewing or something. Or because, he was... I think actually Sonic Colors was his first outing, because... because the last outing of the previous actor was Sonic Unleashed, which was the first Boost Sonic Formula game. With a hint of adventure in there. Anyways. But yeah, so that is Sega. That's already been confirmed. They're on showcasing. I don't actually recognise a lot more of these names.
I just stuck on the Sonic Colors trailer.
Oh yeah, go on then. Stick that on. Maybe they'll show off the Wisps thing as well. Maybe we should have done that when we were talking about it.
Well, I was just trying to find it, that's why.
Okay. Yep, alright, we'll pause for a second while you can get that up quick.
When I tab out, the screen doesn't work properly, so I have to be on the YouTube.
Join Sonic. I will admit, a Sonic game has to be 60 frames, so you can appreciate the high-speed antics.
Yeah.
And it looks like the FMVs, the full motion cutscenes, they're also smoother. It's like they re-rendered them. They must have had it on a PC somewhere. A lot of people have been after this. I don't even... Is Sonic Colors on PC? Because I feel like a lot of people would have already been playing it on PC for the 60 frames. Unless it's getting an update for 60 frames. But apparently, I don't know if it's confirmed, but they might be merging both levels from both the
oh my
DS
god, there's a
version
baby
and
Sonic keychain.
From the movie.
Yeah.
Why? Did they just have them lying around in a warehouse and were like, we need to get rid of them? But yeah. Another thing I was going to make mention, actually, is that on Twitter, you can actually find images of playable tails, unless that was a mod and someone's, like, put that together. But it looks like there's also playable tails as well. So he's going to get in on the action as well.
That's an advert.
I know it's an advert.
Get rid of that. We don't want that.
I tried to get. I tried to. Yeah, I tried to get rid of it as soon as possible. But yeah,
we're not getting paid for this.
We are back.
Yep. So a lot of names here I don't recognise. We've got we've got Verizon, obviously Square Enix. All I can say is, since Nintendo's here as well, Sword for Smash, please. Apparently they're going to be announcing the last 2 fighters for the second and last character pack, fighter pack, whatever. There's 2 slots left. What if the last one is Sora? Everyone will lose their minds, but let's not get too much into that. Kieran will absolutely slaughter me if it happens, so let's leave that there. Can we have the other slot be Rayman? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you want your Rayman, don't you?
I want my Rayman, Ubisoft, come on! I see all your names here. There has to be some connection. And you're not just there. Oh, I want my Rayman 4. Anyway. I'm hamming it up for like a cheese sandwich. Capcom, Mythical, Freedom Games. I don't know what Mythical or Freedom Games that much. T2 Razor. Showcase, Warner Brothers. Don't know what they're going to show off. Maybe some new Looney Tunes? I don't know. Bandai Namco, Gearbox, NetEase, Binge. I'm basically just reading the whole E3 page at this point, so that people can talk about like some speculation in chat or something, perhaps. I'm not too sure. But a lot of these names I don't actually recognise, so it shows how much out of the loop I be. But we have Marvelous Exceed, and I know that they've done a few porting jobs as well as games of the Fate series, because I've played Fate Extella and Fate Extella Link. Link not so much. The plot's a little bit not as high stakes as the first game. And also the graphic style's a bit changed and I don't like it. Don't know what they're going to do. Turtle Beach, I recognise that name for the general console headphones. They'll probably be having some accessories. Devious Eye, Otterbox, Burgos, Dreamtech. I actually can't read that one. Ghost Street Games. Hooded Horse, The Sixth Hammer, Arcade 1-Up. That's the at-home arcade people, so they're probably going to be announcing a few more arcade scale things. I don't know. Gully Kit, Esky.com, and participating company Norton Gaming, because apparently base Norton isn't enough. They need a gaming-specific one for the gamers, which means it's going to be a little bit more pricier, so just get basic Norton. And then obviously you've got the usual media partners. We don't need to talk about those because we're doing our own news, but if you're after actual proper reviews, you've got IGN, PC Gamer, Games Radar. Obviously you'll have the other people look for on YouTube, like Game Explain and stuff. Polygon, and Game Bonfire, which I've actually never heard of before. But yeah, has anyone got any other speculation for E3 stuff, since I've pretty much gone through all the names here?
Well, actually, as I was looking for the trailer for Sonic Colors, something else did pop up. Any new news, do you think, Stellar Chrondrite, of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart?
Ooh, yes.
Ooh,
I saw the trailer for it as I was looking up another trailer. Funnily enough,
Rift Apart, isn't it?
That is Rift Apart. And in fact, I'll find a trailer for that now, the official trailer.
Yeah, pop it on. Screw it. This is just E3 speculation time.
I can do official gameplay for 16 minutes, or just a trailer for like nearly 2. Yeah, I'll just do.
Own playlist, actually,
just
on
do the
YouTube
trailer.
Archives and News, because of the E3 speculation.
Okay, so I've found it, and oh, hang on, give me 1 second. Whoop! Cut you off your head, Sean.
Oh, thanks.
Right, here we go.
Fellas as well. How rude. Cut off our horns.
Right, here is the new trailer for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Look at that! All the graphics.
Actually, well, I recommend that we just show maybe like the first 10 seconds or something, because I've realised that Sony are a little bit
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
rude when it comes to YouTubing.
That's pretty much it. So
Just don't skip a few things.
Yeah, pause at Insomniac Games, that's fine. Because actually, I know, segue, but it has affected me and it might affect other
Yeah.
people. Sony have been copyright IDing Earthbound / Mother music for some reason. Apparently, they own the album. Okay, it's music from a Nintendo game. How does that work? My Earthbound Beginnings videos have been getting content ID matched recently, and I don't know why. They're like
yeah,
more than 5 years old. So every year after my birthday and the channel's anniversary, something like this happens. Why? It's rude.
I don't know.
Leave the videos be.
So we may not be able to show the trailer due to
I think I might have
that
just saved us
problem.
there. Yeah, sorry.
But we can at least go into some depth on what Rift Apart actually is. It's the new Ratchet and Clank entry into the series. The thing that I think most fans are excited about is the new female Lombax.
Oh, you were going to bring that up?
The lovely playable female Lombax.
Yes, because they show a lot
Really?
of gameplay there, actually, that we didn't get to. We got to mostly cutscenes.
Yeah, the first
Um,
official Lombax, female Lombax, was actually Angela from Going Commando or Ratchet and
Oh,
Clank
yeah.
2. But it wasn't actually confirmed until, a few
Cracking
years.
time.
A cracking time, yeah. So,
Yeah, but now we have a interdimensional version of Ratchet called Rivet. That is her name. It's not Mallet, it's Rivet.
mallet.
Rivet.
I like how it's called Rivet because you have, when it comes to, using a ratchet on a bolt, what you use to space it so it doesn't actually damage when you tighten it up, use a rivet.
Mhm.
That's clever. Because
No,
I mean,
rivets are different from.
Rivets are for the hammer.
Whoa! I see
Whoa.
what you're on about.
Well, what was
Meryl
that?
in chat.
Lewd.
I think it's how I put it. His mind went the other way.
Oh, dang.
But I think for those who are not in the loop much with the lore of Ratchet and Clank, the reason why it's a big deal for female Lombax to show up is because that it was pretty much alluded to many a time that Ratchet is the last Lombax or the
He
last
is the
known
last.
Lombax. So
He is the last Lombax in his dimension. Because all the
Only got
Lombax
love
have moved
interest.
to another dimension.
Well, that's the
Yes.
thing. There's one more Lombax in just his dimension alone. So,
So I'm just trying to have a look through now. Yeah, there's
So
going to be lots of lovely weapons. Lots of crazy weapons to use, as is the standard.
I want to bring it.
Few...
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, you go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to change subject because we've got 10 minutes left.
Okay, I was just going to say a few returning weapons. We got an alternate reality Skid McMarks. There.
nice.
We got the hover boots back.
That seems like it should be a staple.
Yeah, the hover boots are something Ratchet inherited from his dad anyway.
You should start every game with
Wait,
them.
hang on. He started
If that's the
he
case.
started off with the hover boots since cracking time, didn't he? And I think Alistair taught him how to use them.
Oh, so he had them, but he didn't
moving
know how
on.
to use them. So.
Yeah.
Fair.
Moving
Well,
on.
it's in the game. It's through gameplay.
I'll try and speed through this as quick as I can. There is Clank gameplay. It looks to be a mixture of A Cracking Times puzzles and Into the Nexus's dimensional gameplay. I'm
Makes
quoting
sense.
this from en.ratchetgalaxy.com, by the way.
Yeah,
This
Ratchet
is the
Galaxy.
source. And we've got a lot of armors in this game. A
I
ton
feel
of.
like there's going to be a lot of combat then.
There's also lots of other stuff that can be read up on their breakdown of the gameplay trailer or of the gameplay video. So I will let you lot check out. If you check out the English website en.ratchet-galaxy.com because the normal website is in French.
Oh yeah, so
And
use Google
read it for yourself
Translate.
there.
That's your friend. We are an English-speaking bunch of Brits here. Well, except for one madam who can speak a decent amount of different languages.
Who's that? I can't
Which was
remember.
that?
Stella.
I cannot speak that much. I only
You
know a
can-
bit of German.
You used to be able to
and
speak
a
German.
tiny bit of French.
I used
More
to
than
be.
I can do.
I used to speak French. I used to do French. I can do a good French accent though, because you know me with Undertale, Muffet, basically.
God. Go on, do the line, go on.
Thing is, I can't do it whilst I'm on sport. That's the only problem.
Shall we move on quickly then? Because
Yeah, because we've only got about 8 minutes left. There is one big thing that, of course, since, you know, all of us pretty much have ties with it in some manner, is Nintendo. Always bringing it back to Nintendo. They're weird,
As always.
but that's their shtick. But here's the thing, and I know we weren't going to be bringing up rumours and speculation, but it's also high time that it could happen, and even if they say that it ain't going to happen, sometimes they, well, being the ninjas that they are, swerve you and do it anyway. So, do you think there's going to be some sort of Switch Pro, and if there is, what do you think it's going to be called, and the reasons why?
I feel like the Switch Pro is just gonna be another version of like the Wii did with the Wii U, and I think the Wii did best, but then Wii U didn't sell a lot very much. I feel like the Switch Pro is gonna be something along the lines with the Switch and the Switch Pro. I don't think it's gonna work really, to be fair.
They're both different consoles though. The problem with that is that they didn't market it properly, and everyone thought it was an improved system or just the gamepad. That was the problem there. When it came to like, you know, PlayStation 4, they had an improved version that ran games at a better frame rate as well as a higher quality, like almost 4K. Same with the Xbox. You have the Xbox One, then you have the Xbox One X, and again, it was an improvement. That's what they've done with the Series S and the Series X. So you just go all digital, and it can run the games, just not at the highest spec. But then you get the Series X, which is the full thing. The PS5 was obviously on its own right now. The 3DS had it as well with the 3DS. Then the new 3DS, stupid name I will mention, because when you ask for a new 3DS, what are you after? A brand new 3DS or the newest model of the new 3DS line?
Yeah.
Why not just call it the Super 3DS?
Or the 3DS Pro.
Well, the thing is, technically that was a sequel console anyway, because NES, Super NES, they were two different consoles, not an improvement of the original. But you get what I mean. But if they were going to make a Switch Pro, I don't think they can call it the Switch Pro, that people are just chucking it out because it's easier to say, because it's using the conventions of Sony, because, you know, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro. And the reason why I say that it needs it is because that even games coming out for it now don't run properly. Age of Calamity, that was built for the ground up for the system. How was it running that terribly? That's my biggest problem. If there was a Pro, it could run at a smooth 30 with no frame drops. I wouldn't even ask for 60. Just lock it at 720p 30, and it wouldn't be running in the tens. So,
yeah, so Meryl in chat, apparently there was some listing for it in Amazon Mexico.
Yes, that adds to the fuel of the fire. Mexico. Why are we doing that?
Sorry, some people thought that the Mondegreen effect with Mario 64, whenever he selects a Mario star, he's saying "Let's go." Some people thought he was outright saying "Mexico."
So long, Gay Bowser.
Yeah. So long, Gay Mountain.
King Bowser.
So long, Gay Mountain.
I never heard that one.
No, some people did.
But that's why they
Very
probably
few.
changed it to Bye Bye.
Bye
So
bye. Well, I have that actually because I've been playing Mario 64 on the Switch, which is Super Mario 3D All Stars. Yes, it does.
It's another weird thing with Nintendo recently. Don't give us the one that we all like. Give us the Japanese one that breaks speedrunning.
Yeah.
What? Why? Just because there's Rumble support, you could have just patched that in. You had to patch in the English translation from the original.
Pretty much.
I don't get it. I honestly don't. Because they kept the other games the same, they just improved the resolution and up-resed, and yet they didn't make the Super Mario 64 widescreen. I don't get you.
Yeah, and then
why?
Sunshine was and Galaxy was. I know because I have the game.
No Galaxy 2 either.
No Galaxy 2. I would have loved Galaxy 2.
Purchase.
I know. I have Galaxy. Yeah, you like to riff, especially you have Skyward Sword riff and you have Mario riff. So
and let's go Eevee riff. Let's riff
Let's
Eevee.
go Eevee.
Let's go Eevee riff.
Let's riff Eevee.
Let's go Eevee riff.
that was the thing about that game, is that it was yet another remake and they removed stuff, and it's a good game. It's alright. It's just, you know, the rival isn't really a rival. He just basically gives you shit for no reason. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, have some revives literally 10 steps away from a Pokemon Center. I've just got past Cerulean. Give me a minute.
I fueled the fire.
You feel
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did that on purpose, just so it'll be funny.
just so you could riff on stream.
For Mocha. For Mocha. Justice for Mocha.
Mocha, root. I'm pointing in the wrong direction again. Mocha, Rookra.
No, you original. No, I think you were.
No, I know it's mirrored.
Ruka don't care.
No.
He just doesn't care.
It's fine. I caught Mewtwo, it's alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess the only way we can really end this off, since
Apart from riffing.
we're not talking about Assassin's Creed quite a lot because that was in everyone's brain space at the time.
Pretty much.
Since it's a different set of 3 people other than me, because you already know my answers for E3, what are your 3 biggest wishes to be announced for E3?
Don't know.
That's helpful.
Ratchet and Clank.
We already know that's coming.
I know.
Like, what would you like that we haven't? Like, what would you just want?
What game franchise would you want to make a new game that's really fun and cool?
I would. I actually, I've got a couple more.
Spyro.
Oh yeah, yes, I know. A Spyro 4.
I want a proper Spyro game.
The problem is, I don't see Activision on this page, so I don't think it's going to happen.
No, they're not. They're not doing it.
Yeah, actually, wasn't there not a tweet saying that Toys for Bob have been ironically moved to Call of Duty?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I wonder if
Bob. Okay.
Guns aren't toys. Simple as.
I like my Spyro.
Bob does not need guns.
Oh, good.
Jesus.
That is no offense to Call of Duty fans. Okay. You like. I like what I like.
COD.
We like what we like.
COD.
Yeah. I like my COD with
chips and
curry sauce and chips. Thank you very much.
I like mine with chips, yeah, and curry sauce. I like my COD in a sort of a cake form, fish cake.
COD should be left in the sea.
Bob has grown up.
Bob has blown up, and now he needs. I need the big boy toys now.
Big boy toys.
Playing with the bigger boys now.
Also, is that a euphemism, Meryl?
Jesus Christ. It was bad as him.
We're
bad as each other, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, we're always bad. Right. So
bastards.
we're coming up to time. Is there any final thoughts you'd like to say before we end? Like, so for this week, maybe that you say, yeah, PokeMMO for Wednesday. Pixelmon, no competition. Just Pixelmon, Murder Chills just this week.
Yep, just move to Friday because PokeMMO is the one-off kind of thing every so often when we're all available.
Yeah, we've been meaning to get back to it, to be honest.
It's been over 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, final thoughts?
Be positive. Stay safe.
Be kind to one another.
Yes, be kind to one another.
And be awesome! I don't know what the actual meme is, but never mind. Meryl might know it.
Why did you have to steal her thunder?
And, I don't know. I got nothing else witty here.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair is just ended off here then. So thank you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the Nerdherd YouTube channel, as well as follow us on Twitch as well to let you know when we, as a group, are next live. They are also our individual YouTube and Twitch channels. Obviously, Stellar Chrondrite doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she does have Twitch, and she has Twitter, and she has also Tumblr. I think it was a Ko-fi or Coffee. Support. Coffee. So yeah, everything else with I'm doing it again. So Stellar Chrondrite's there. Sorry.
There we go.
Yeah, Stellar Chrondrite's there. There's he has his Patreon. So yeah, I have my YouTube. I have my Twitch. I have DeviantArt and Facebook. Pretty much. I don't have. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, we all have our individuals, and we are here as a group. So thank you for all attending, I suppose. Thank you so much for watching the stream, and I suppose I'll see you in the next one, whether it's individual or as a group, whatever. So, yeah, there we go, guys. See you in the next one. And cut.